Hey Aries, thank you for joining me for your weekly love reading. This is going to be a reading for the week of October 11th through the 17th. What we're going to do is we're going to pull a couple cards here and then we're going to clarify them with another deck. So let's go ahead and just jump right on in. So we start off with the Nine of Cups and then we have the Six of Wands. Looks like we have the Six of Cups. I'm going to pull one more card. And we have Judgment. Okay, so it looks like somebody's coming back. This is a person that's going to be your wish fulfillment, and it's going to be something victorious. Those are kind of like our wonderful key words here. Um, yeah, definitely. It's definitely somebody that's coming back from the past. Okay, I don't usually use these lightly as just somebody coming back from this past life, but it could be someone from another lifetime or from previous life. Excuse me, I gotta kick my cat off. Thank you, Tiger. So with here having the Six of Cups plus Judgment, it's definitely somebody coming back. This is like they're being resurrected into your life. Okay, um, but it's going to be somebody though that does give you that sense of young innocent love. It's really not necessarily um, it's not just like an ex. It could just be it could be a friend, a love connection, and a friendship. So just also keep that in mind as well, okay? Because when we talk about people coming back, you know, we think love and such, but when you have relationships with people earlier in your life, doesn't necessarily mean you're resonating with them then. You might resonate with them more now, and it might develop into a romantic partnership, right? Especially with it being the Nine of Cups here. This is about your wishes being fulfilled, right? You have all your cups, and you're sitting happy, and you're being victorious because you've probably manifested this person coming back, and here they are. They're coming back into your life, right? So let's get some more clarifiers and let's see what else we got. Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles, we have the Seven of Swords, we have the Four of Cups, and then we have, not the Four of Cups, that's the Four of Wands. Sorry. Swords, Four Swords. I don't know why I just drew a blank with that, but it's the Four Swords. And then we have the Queen of Cups, excuse me. So I'll keep that with us because we're gonna keep going. So this is kind of a different deck. Okay, this is the Tarot of Banksy, the Tarot Banksy deck. Okay, so they're all using Banksy's pictures instead of using the traditional tarot, and I like this because it allows me to read more intuitively than to read based on the traditional tarot meaning here. Um, so like we have here the Page of Pentacles, and usually the Page of Pentacles is about like wisdom and such, and education. And here, we have a young girl, and this ATM machine has a claw towards her, and so to me, it's about kind of learning about what makes somebody grounded. And I'm thinking of like the stencils is not just about financial material, but it's also about being grounded. So when you're younger, you're kind of free, you're kind of all over the place, and over time we learn that like our ATM is where our money comes from, right? If you need cash, you go to the bank or the ATM, and that's where you get that money. So that's where that financial stability, you feel like it's kind of weird. Um, Sorry, I'm just trying to see what I think. It's like kind of just a reminder that you need to reground yourself into the situation. just a little bit more. Reground yourself into that childlike innocence, if that makes sense whatsoever. And then we have the Seven of Swords, and as this picture actually relates more to it, um, it's about thieving. It's about theft and things being stolen, or it's also about could be, excuse me, there's fire trucks and such going on, ambulances, so I want to make sure you can hear me. Sorry. So traditionally, it is about someone stealing something. Um, in here, they're stealing the television and such. So there is some sort of like, maybe in the past this person wasn't 100% honest with you, and that's why they're not in your life anymore. Um, or maybe you just kind of felt like you were cheated out of something. Um, like maybe they when they came into your life, they stole your heart and then left you. Um, wanting more, but they just kind of left you there, and they moved on, and you weren't able to. With the four of swords here, the Four of Swords, traditionally is about resting and such, and in here it's about being able to break out of that confinement, breaking out of the shell. Here's a rat, and he has the bolt cutter. So, really trying to break out of what the past used to be like. Okay, um, maybe just they were trying to break out of some social conformity here, because I see a lot of like social things, like the ATM, or not social is not even the right word. Consumerism, breaking out of the traditional norms, right? The things that like we consider, um, normal here, like in the U.S. Um, you have the ATM, you have the televisions, you have the music, those type of things that are within your culture and your traditions, right? And so like this person's like breaking out of what should be expected, because they want to come in here being this queen of cups, and of course energy doesn't make a difference, or energy is what makes the difference. It doesn't make a difference of your gender. And so with here, the Queen of Cups is talking about this love and wanting to again recapture that innocence, that youthful energy. Um, back when you were a kid and used to put on your rain boots or your shoes or whatever and go out in the rain and stomp in the puddles, right? And that's what this is reminding me of with her little galoshes that she's wearing. That innocence of being able to get out and just embrace the situation. Coming at this situation with a clear, you know, um, like a clear, clean slate, and really looking at it, not looking at what happened in the past, but really moving forward and looking at where you both are now and the growth that you guys have both had, and being able to try to stay grounded in this innocence and move forward from that, okay? Or in that. Let's pull some more. Okay. So we have Wheel of Fortune, we have the Six of Pentacles, we have the Empress, and then we also have the Two of Pentacles. Okay. Um, Sorry, my nose is itching. Okay, so with karma, usually with the Wheel of Fortune, we're talking about good things coming to you, good luck, and in this card, it's talking about the karma, the ending of the cycle, completing that karmic lesson that you guys have had in the past. That this is what it's going to bring in, is that lesson from the past is coming to an end, and now you're able to start in a new cycle. They definitely are coming towards you with wanting to have an equal balanced relationship here with the Six of Pentacles. Um, they're talking about here, you have someone that is a consumer who's giving, and then you have people that are lined up who are receiving. So really wanting to be open and being in the receiving, to embrace for you, what I'm getting is that you should embrace your feminine qualities, You're from an energy of the receiving. Be open to receive them. Be open, with a an innocent heart to be able to allow them to come back without you having to, without you really being, bringing up the past. I mean, yeah, you should talk about the past, but you don't need to jump on them about the past as soon as you guys start talking, okay? Be gentle with them is what I'm getting here. Um, yeah. And then we have here the Empress, and the Empress is about that feminine energy, the mothering energy. She here is it's a mother with a child, and so she's really nurturing the child, and this could also be nurturing your own, um, inner child, right? Um, but it's also about listening to your intuition, right? Listening to your higher self in the situation, and remembering to have that innocence when you are coming into this relationship, right? Then we have the the two of Pentacles here, and this is a very interesting card. And to me, it's like it's balancing um, what is real and what is not real. On here you have a graffiti of a hat, a mustache, and a suit, and then in front of it has these clothes, right? So to me, it's like it's saying which one is real. Is the clothes real, or is it the clothes that this person's wearing, and the mustache and the hat? They do represent each one, and they are an image of each one, but which one is actually real? It always reminds me of the art. And I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on the artist's name, but it says it's a picture of a pipe and says this is not a pipe. But it is a pipe because it's a picture of a pipe, but it's not a real physical pipe. And so here, this card always reminds me it's that balancing of like your thoughts versus what actually is happening in reality. Um, because like we tend to, or some people tend to get too much into their heads and their thoughts, and in reality, it's not nearly, or it's not even what our thoughts are telling us because it's our own thoughts. It's not anything based in fact. Excuse me. Based in fact at all. And so, it's just reminding you to make sure that you have information and that you're asking those questions, and to really um, keep yourself again grounded and balanced, right? Um, Also on here, it's kind of reminded me that maybe there will become a time that you will need to air out some of that laundry, right? With having the laundry on the cord here, that maybe when this person comes back, it might not be appropriate as soon as they come back, but once you guys settle into a friendship, or into the reconnection, you can say, hey, you know, back then this is what happened. Um, but let's go ahead and pull some more cards and see what else we got. Also, before I go any further here, um, it's also to consider that everybody has a different perspective of what they're seeing. Okay, because some people might see this as, yes, that's clothing on this wall, but in reality, to somebody else, it's like, no, that's just a painting, right? So remember that everyone has a different perspective. Okay. Um, okay. So we have the Queen of Swords. We have the Five of Cups, the Seven of Cups, and then, or excuse me, Seven of Wands, and then we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Sorry, they call these a little differently. So we have the Mama of Spray Cans is the Queen of Swords. The Five of Buckets is the Five of Cups, and then the Seven of Brushes is the Seven of Wands. Sometimes I'm able to pull them off like that. And sometimes for some reason I get stuck on them. I had a cheat sheet reminding me of the suits. I don't use it very often. This deck I started to begin with, but today I was drawn to do it again. I think my energy was just getting involved a little bit with my other deck, and I didn't want to taint this week's readings. Um, anyways, moving on. So here with the Queen of Swords, I think that's really embracing that truth that needs to be told, but it's just about, um, presenting the facts and just being truthful and honest and um, being clean cut about everything. So if when this person comes back in, they either you or they would like to have this communication here. For her in this image, it's like it's kind of like two-folded. So you really need to make sure that this person's being honest, and being genuine with how they're responding to you, because she has the peace sign out, but she's holding, this the stick with a gun, and obviously it's a selfie stick without having a camera on it. It has a gun on it, so it's like, is she happy or is she suicidal? Or is she sad? You know what I mean? So really, I think this is also about that perception that I was talking about. Like, what is your perception of the situation and their situation, and really getting clear cut of like what to expect moving forward. What to expect, and to really try to understand, their side of things and your side of things, um, which can be really hard. So try to again, try to be kind as much as you can, and try to open up a little bit, right? We have the Five of Cups, and the Five of Cups is all about that despair, right? And here it's like his brother is turned, on him. I think this is supposed to be the peace, and then that's the love, and it's like that inner conflict. But with the Five of Cups, though, that's that again, the kind of that despair, where we had the three cups and then the two cups, and um, so I think that this is really like talking about those emotional feelings here, um, of feeling like they don't want to fight. They don't want to have that feeling with you. They don't want to bicker and argue, and yeah, I know this is not the Five of Wands, it's the Five of Cups, but it's like they're down and they're hurting and they don't want to keep going, right? They just want to bring in this love. So again, be gentle with them, right? With the Seven of Brushes, or Seven of Wands, that's always about standing your ground, right? It's about setting those boundaries as well. And here you have this guy who is looking at the numbers climb, the whole stock market chart, whatever, going up. And then you have the two kids, and it's like he's like whipping towards the kids, but it's kind of like setting the boundaries between being an adult versus being a kid, right? And yeah, you want to come at this when this person comes in. You want to come at it with innocence and with that youthful love, right? But it doesn't mean you have to be immature about it, okay? Especially with like the fighting and not seeing perspectives and such. Really take that time to really see from their side and to really take the stance of maturity, right? Really be able to be, the adult that you are, right? And then with the Knight of Pentacles, they definitely want to come in. They want to offer you something, a wonderful token of stability. This is like, you know, they're willing to do anything. And here it's like it says, "We'll work for idiots." They're willing to do whatever it takes to be able to make things right and to situate themselves properly within this relationship. All right. This sounds like it's going to be a great opportunity, and so let's go ahead and let's get a new what is this? A guidance card. You know what though? No. gotten these cards like the last 2 weeks. Let's go with the universe has your back. I think that it would fit a little bit more with this type of using the Banksy cards. Give it a shuffle too. What do our lovely Aries need to know? What guidance do you have for them for the week of October the 17th? Oh, but my guidance is not to shuffle too close to the edge of the table. All right, let's see here. I'll get a card. Okay, so the card says, in any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. Okay, so no matter how this person comes back into your life, remember you can take the time to give yourself some self love. You can meditate on it, set those intentions, do some affirmation, and just be still, And when you're in that meditative mode and when you're in the stillness, and so there's regular meditation and there's active meditation, and when you get into like an active meditation where you're doing something and then you're in the zone, you can allow yourself all those thoughts to kind of go away and to be able to um, help you to be able to get the answers you need. So there's like the two different types. So when I say meditation, I don't mean you have to sit down for 30 minutes or an hour or two and meditate. It could just be going outside and taking a walk around the block, and being in the moment. Okay. So at any moment, right, you can do that. And just be in that moment. But the stillness is referring to your thoughts. So if this seems to get overwhelming for you, just take a moment, step away, and regather your thoughts, right? Regather your emotions and really ground yourself again. Okay, this is beautiful. So Aries, I hope that I hope this resonated with you, and I hope you have a great and blessed week. Thanks.